What you're about to see was forbidden for nearly 100 years. In 1928, a law was passed that changed bread forever. Big food corporations lobbied governments to ban traditional grains. Why? Because bread like this costs pennies to make, tastes better than anything in stores, and lasts weeks, without a single preservative. Today, one woman bakes this forbidden recipe exactly as it was done in 1340 AD. No modern flour, no commercial yeast, no factory ingredients, just ancient grains, wild yeast from the air, and 700 years of forgotten knowledge. By the end of this video, you'll understand why they banned this bread, and why does Big Food never want you to learn how to make it. Welcome to 1340. Before we begin, you need to know the history they erased. In medieval times, peasants baked bread from einkorn and emmer wheat. These are ancient grains, older than Egyptian pyramids. They grew wild. Anyone could harvest them. They were free. But in the early 1900s, something changed. Modern agriculture introduced hybrid wheat, higher yields, more profit. One problem: it required chemicals, pesticides, and processing. Ancient grains, they didn't need any of that. So, what did Big Food do? They lobbied to make ancient grains non-compliant. Farmers were paid to destroy their heirloom seeds. By 1950, these grains nearly disappeared. But why go through all that trouble? What made this bread so dangerous to their profits? Watch what happens when she makes it. You'll see exactly why. They wanted this buried. Look at these grains. On the left, einkorn wheat, 10,000 years old. On the right, modern wheat, created in a lab, 1960s. See the difference? Ancient grains are simple. Your body recognizes them. Modern wheat, your gut has no idea what to do with it. That bloating you feel after bread, that's not gluten intolerance. That's your body rejecting modified wheat. Medieval people ate bread daily, zero gluten issues, because they ate this. Now watch how she grinds them, the same way it was done 700 years ago. No electric mill, no factory processing, just stone and muscle. 15 seconds of natural grinding sounds, no narration. Listen to that sound. That's the sound. Modern bread factories, eliminated. Why? Because this takes time. Time doesn't make money. But watch what happens to the flour. See how fine it is? How golden? That's because nothing was removed. Modern flour? They strip out the bran, the germ, everything nutritious, then they bleach it white. Then they add back synthetic vitamins. You're eating chemicals, pretending to be bread. This is real flour. In 10 minutes, you'll see why this flour creates bread that stays fresh for 3 weeks. With zero preservatives. Keep watching. Now comes the part Big Food really doesn't want you to see. She's not adding yeast from a packet. She's capturing yeast from the air. Yes, yeast lives in the air, all around us. It always has. Medieval people knew this. They left flour and water out, and wild yeast found it. That bowl has ancient flour and water. In 3 days, wild yeast colonizes it. It creates sourdough starter, the oldest leavening method on earth. Look at those bubbles. That's millions of living organisms working together. No factory, no chemicals, just nature. This is how your great-great-great-grandmother made bread. This is what they stole from you. But you can get it back. In 5 minutes, you'll see this dough come alive. Something modern bread can never do. Now she mixes. 30 seconds of natural mixing sounds, occasional narration. 3 ingredients: flour, water, salt. That's it. Modern bread. 30+ ingredients: preservatives, dough conditioners, high fructose corn syrup, artificial flavors. Read the label. Next time, you're not eating bread. You're eating a chemistry experiment. This is bread. Look how the dough transforms under her hands, rough and shaggy, becoming smooth and elastic. No machine, no shortcuts, just hands and patience. In 3 minutes, you'll see the magic of wild yeast. The dough will double in size. No chemicals needed. Stay with me. Now comes the waiting. Medieval people didn't have temperature-controlled proofing boxes. They had fire. An intuition. Too hot, yeast dies. Too cold, yeast sleeps. Just right. Magic happens. Time-lapse plays. 20 seconds of silence. Look at that. Wild yeast, eating the sugars in flour, creating carbon dioxide. That's what makes it rise. No baking. Powder. No quick-rise chemicals. Just life. This is the same process that fed humans for 10,000 years, until 1950, when instant yeast was invented. Now bread rises in 30 minutes, but it tastes like cardboard, and it goes stale in 2 days. This bread, it'll stay fresh for 3 weeks. You'll see why in 4 minutes. The dough is ready. Watch her. Hands. She's not just shaping, she's creating tension in the dough. This makes the bread rise upward, not outward. Medieval bakers learned this as children. See how she tucks the edges underneath? That's a building structure. Modern factories don't do this. They pump air into dough with chemicals. It looks fluffy, but collapses when you touch it. This bread, this will have structure, weight, substance. Real bread that fills you up. Now she scores it. Those cuts aren't decoration. They guide how the bread expands in the oven. Without them, the bread would crack randomly. With them, it opens like a flower. In 2 minutes, you'll see this bread go into a 700-year-old oven. The transformation will blow your mind. Now, for the moment, everything has been building toward. This is a medieval bread oven, built with stone and clay, heated with wood fire. No temperature, dial, no timer, just feel. She built this fire 2 hours ago. The stones absorbed the heat. Now she rakes out the coals, and the oven is ready. How does she know it's the right temperature? No thermometer. Watch this. Flour hits hot stone, browns in 3 seconds. 3 seconds to brown. Perfect. Now, the bread goes in. Bread slides into oven. Door closes. In 45 minutes. That dough will transform into something big food can never recreate. Stay till the end. You have to see this. While the bread bakes, let's talk about what's happening inside. The wild yeast is going into overdrive. Heat activates it. The dough expands rapidly. Those scores you saw, they're opening up. The crust is forming, caramelizing, creating that golden color. Smell that? That's real bread, not the chemical smell of grocery store bakeries. This is grain, fire, and time. Medieval women did this every few days, not because they had to, because bread like this was worth the time. We traded quality for convenience. We traded health for speed. Traded this for plastic-wrapped sponges. But you can choose differently. 30 seconds, and you'll see why this bread was banned. Get ready. Oven door opens. Dramatic steam. There it is. 10 seconds of just visuals and crackling sounds. Look. At that crust, golden, crispy. Perfect. Those scores, opened like petals. The bottom, charred and crisp. The smell, indescribable. Tapping sound, hollow. Hear that hollow sound? That means it's perfect inside. 15 seconds of bread cooling, crackling sounds. Minimal narration. That crackling sound, bakers call it the song of bread. Modern bread is silent. This is alive. This is what they took from us. This is what they banned. Not because it was dangerous, because it was too good, too cheap, too healthy, too real. Now watch what happens. When she cuts it, knife cutting through crust, loud crunch. Listen. To that crunch, interior revealed. Look at that interior. Those holes? That's wild yeast. That texture? You can't buy this. Modern bread. Dense. Gummy. Collapses when you press it. This? Structure. Air. Life. Woman tears off a piece. Steam rises, still warm. 15 seconds of her eating. No narration, just satisfaction sounds. No butter needed, no toppings, just bread. The way it was meant to taste. This loaf will stay fresh for 3 weeks. No preservatives, no mold, just proper fermentation. And ancient grains. Big Food banned this. Because if everyone made this, they'd lose billions. But now you know. They wanted you dependent. Dependent on factories. On chemicals. On them. But this recipe, it's free. Ancient grains grow wild. Wild yeast is in the air. Fire is everywhere. You don't need them. This isn't just about bread. It's about freedom. Freedom to feed yourself, your family, with real food. If this opened your eyes, subscribe. Share this video, because Big Food doesn't want this getting out. Next week, she makes medieval cheese, the method they also banned. You won't believe this is what they hid from us. This is old world mastery, where forgotten knowledge comes back to life. See you in 1340.